Yo, here we go. Week 2, Off the Edge, the podcast with me, your host, Cam Jordan. I'm so excited. Even though it was week 2, I'm just glad that football's back. We got live action. There's Monday's games, there's Thursday games, there's Sunday games. We're going to get after it. There was a Friday game somewhere in Brazil. There was football being played. Not football, but football. American, baby. And we back. So I'm super excited to have you here. Thanks for tapping in. Tell your peoples, tell them about me, tell them and them about me and my podcast. Wherever you get your podcast, whether that be on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio app, or wherever else you get them. Just make sure you tapping in to Off the Edge, the podcast with me, your host, Cam Jordan. Make sure you leave a 5-star review. And wherever you're watching, keep on watching. It's also on NFL YouTube channel. You know who I got coming up? It's an interview with my dog, DeForest Buckner of the Indianapolis Colts, All-Pro Pro Bowler. Just say, tap in. Welcome on into Off the Edge, the podcast with me, your host, Cam Jordan. I'm super excited to sit here with my dog. We talk about consummate pro, man, D tackle, built like a Greek god. Pro bowler, all pro, DeForest Buckner here. I appreciate you tapping in, bro.
I appreciate you having me on the show, big dog.
Absolutely. You're what, 6'6", 6'7", 6'7"? Did I undershoot you?
6'7", 6'7", baby.
Sheesh. Yeah. At D tackle, bro. I was just telling you before we hopped on. I was like, now I'm over here just watching pure DeForest Buckner highlights. As I'm being slid down to a 3 technique myself, I'm like, who to watch? Eric Armstead, D Buck. You talk about the Aaron Donalds, but Aaron Donald's 6 foot.
Yeah.
We're going to stick with the long, Calais Campbell,
Yes,
the taller D tacks.
Yeah,
Chris
the
Jones
other big dog, Chris Jones. Yeah, Chris about 6'6".
Yeah, but bro, he different, though. His package is like he wants D tackles to be like allured, and he likes being tight in the box. Guys like you know what I'm saying, you use the long arms, use your height, use your arm overs.
Mm-hmm.
I can vibe with that. Chris is all country strong stuff.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, speaking of that D tackle life, you went off this last week, bro. You had 1.5 to start the season off. Feel good against a young buck, Anthony Richardson. How's he like? Because we played Gardner Minshew. That's non-notable. You over there, you had Anthony Richardson. You running the gun. Tell me about it.
Oh no, yeah, man. AR, bro. Obviously, everybody knows he's physically gifted, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he's got what it takes. He's got a cannon for an arm. So he was able to, air it out a couple times on Sunday, and everybody was able to see it on full display. So it's been pretty cool to see, man. He was able to extend some plays with his feet and looking downfield, and it's just fun to see, man. I can't wait to see him throughout the season and how much he progresses.
Yeah, I mean, we saw a little bit of him last year, and then of course he went down again. We played Indianapolis last year. I was like, all right, cool. I got a rook on board, and then Gardner Minshew took over. I was like, all right, we've got film on him. From Jacksonville to Philly to Indianapolis. Now he's over at Oakland. I'm like, all right. So I missed out on the young gun, but I saw the arm talent. I mean, they every time you turn on the show that you see him throwing the 60-yard bomb off the back foot. But I didn't see the intermediate routes. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see the minutia of the game. I didn't see the threading. But maybe that's something that he'll come on. Did you have to change up the game plan to go after him?
No, definitely. You know what I'm saying? It's because he can hurt you with his feet, man. You know what I mean? He's like, some of these multi-talented quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? As a rusher, you're always conscious on, his escape lanes and little things like that. So it's been challenging in practice for sure, keeping him in the pocket. But it's good for us. You know what I'm saying? It gets us ready for all those mobile quarterbacks that we got in the league.
Which you faced. You know what I'm saying? Like so, you wouldn't have. It's like do you have to change the game plan because you see it at practice so much? You know what I'm saying? Like you go against the CJ Stroud and
you're right. No, it's really just being conscious of your rush lanes. You know what that is. You know what that's all about. You know what I'm saying? Working 4 is 1. Knowing, studying the quarterback's escape lane. How he likes to escape the pocket. Is when you're rushing from his left, his blind side, he's a spin out guy. You know what I'm saying? He's a ducker, whatever it is, and just learning. All of his escape plans and approaching the game with it. So I was fortunate enough to obviously come up with 1.5. Way to start the year. Not just that doesn't only go from what I was able to capable of doing, but my guys, rushing them, doing their jobs, keeping them in the pocket.
Man, I mean, 1.5 is no easy feat. Just because, bro, like we played Texans last year. I should have had a 2-piece on CJ. Came out with 0. Like I went to go stack him. He jumped
Hmm.
out, did a reverse spin, ran the other way. I was, bruh,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like those mobile quarterbacks, they really affect the game plan. But at the same time, that's when the interior D linemen really have a chance to shine because the guy's trying to squeak through that B gap or whatever it is and
Oh yeah.
eat,
Oh yeah.
eat.
Hey, they come right to you.
Say appreciate you with the hot feet. I'll take those, bro. But I mean, beyond that, you figure. I looked at the end of the game. You ended up leaving, right? So how's your back doing? You good?
Yeah, I'll be straight, man. It was so a little tweak here and there. I mean, kind of, last year, and I was able to, get through it and everything. So I'm all good.
Cool. Leading up to a game, I just want to know, bro. Are you one of those guys that like has a game fit pre-picked out? Are you one of those guys that you may have a stylist, you do it yourself, whatever it is? Do you wake up knowing which fit you're going to rock?
I honestly don't, but I do get a couple fits before the season. I've been working the past couple of years with my guy Tom from Gentleman's Playbook.
Mm.
So he's been getting me right with my suits and a couple of my casual wear. So I got a couple things in the closet that I can go. I usually pick them out like the day before, day before we travel or something like that.
Right, for a away game, but home game, you just go to the
Hmm.
closet like this one. Yeah,
Yeah,
gentlemen's playbook. Yeah.
yeah. Hmm.
I've
Yeah,
copped a
he
suit or
he
two
gets you
from
right.
him.
He'll get you right. Oh yeah.
He get you right. Yeah. I feel like I'm
Hmm.
I'm like a suit. I don't want to. I'm gonna say connoisseur because that's the polite way. I'm like, yo, let me see a suit from there. Let me see a suit from there. I need a suit from this guy. I saw him on IG. Let me get it.
Yeah.
I be pulling
No,
pieces, bro.
yeah.
Like I just want to.
I
I
had
just
to
want to see
clear my
some stuff.
I had to clear my closet out, man. I had to clear my closet. I did some spring cleaning. Had to bring some of them, put them in a garment bag, bring them down in the basement. You know what I mean? Put them on ice for a little bit, and then maybe
Yeah.
rotate them next year. So yeah, it's
Oh,
I got a bunch
okay.
too.
Hey, walking into the stadium, you got a playlist you like to play? What kind of music you like to listen to headed to the game?
You know what? Honestly, I get there about 4 hours before the game, so I don't listen to anything crazy. I'm usually, something. I'll go with some old school, some soul music, some old funk music, maybe sometimes some reggae. It just depends on how I feel, man. You know what I mean? But
Oh,
something more calm.
big reggae vibes. Bro. I think that's the only
Hmm.
music I really. It sounds sort of like sacrilegious, almost like that. I really can't like find my in sync with. Like I
Oh,
just,
okay, okay.
it's too slow for me. You like you
No,
know my
I feel
personality,
you.
bro.
No, yeah, I'm already knowing. Yeah, but you know me, I'm from the islands, man. I'm
Big
from
chill.
back home in Hawaii, so I grew up with that kind of music.
Okay, okay. Favorite artist.
Favorite artist? I mean, it's hard, bro. It's hard. You got a lot of
Ooh,
them, but some of my reggae vibes is more,
big is.
Fiji. Yeah, Big is he's one of them. Who else? I got Common Kings. I like
Okay.
Common Kings a lot. Yeah, so those are
I'll
my
say
vibes.
put me on, bro, because like I'm gonna take a gander too.
Yeah,
I'm gonna need.
it's,
Look, I need a little bit more, some more
more
rage in my
upbeat.
life, bro.
I feel
Hey, I
you.
got to bring energy at all times. Growing up, my favorite guy was Buster Rhymes. You know what I'm saying? Then it became mixtape
Okay. Oh
Wayne.
yeah. Yep.
So
Okay. I
you know
got
where I
you.
was at. I was major vibes.
Yeah.
I'm locked in. But beyond that, bro. Like, so when we think about just the game in general, bro, did you have a chance to look around, bro? They said it was something like a record number of QB starting. What was it? Record number of black QB starting, bro, for week one. We
Hmm.
have 15 black quarterbacks. You think about the names like Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, Bryce Young, Caleb Williams, Deshaun Watson, Dak Prescott, your guy AR, Jordan Love, CJ Stroud, Pat Mahomes. Like this thing about
Hmm.
15 of them. Jacoby Brissett, Jalen Hurts, Justin Fields, Geno Smith, Jaden Daniels. There's 32 teams. 15 of them were, young black men out there taking the
Yeah.
field. Did that affect you in any type of way? I saw the stat line like Monday or Tuesday. I was like, dang, take over.
No, yeah, that's big time. You know what I mean? Especially for the culture, that's big time, man. I mean, talking about half the league. You know what I'm saying? And just as a kid, when you're watching the TV, I mean, especially in the black community, you're looking at the TV and you're seeing, guys that look like you, out there having success and playing the game that you love. I mean, you're looking at it and you're like, man, that could be me one day. And to say that we got 15 brothers starting at quarterback, week one in the NFL, that's big time.
Huge, bro. I didn't even think about that spin. Is now you like you could claim like 16 low key. Like you got 2 or 2, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
and you
no,
talk about
yeah.
representation growing up. Like I had like Donovan McNabb growing up. Then you idolized Mike.
hmm
Mike. Um, your way, bro. Like you had two. What does that do for like your kids? What does that do for Poly Nation for sure?
No, yeah, no, that's another one. You know what I mean? Especially coming from Hawaii and where we're from. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We got a few that make it and stuff like that. But especially at the quarterback position. Obviously Marcus before him getting drafted. Number two
George, shout out.
overall and things like that. Um, so it's just really good for the polyculture. I mean, and football has grown so much tremendously with recruiting. You got kids, getting recruited to the SEC. All those big time schools are coming out to Hawaii just because of some of our recent success and some of the guys making it to the league. So it's been pretty cool to see, and I mean, I'm just glad that door is opened, even wider, for all of our youth back home in Hawaii.
No doubt. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I was in high school, I got my offer from Hawaii. I was like, I'm going to go visit. Pops was like, "You're not getting on a plane for 6 hours. We're going to check some other schools out." I was like, "Yo, how do we get more kids to the island? Then how do we get more kids to UH? Even though you went to Oregon, how
Yeah,
do you even think about trying to get
you
kids
know what?
to the Big Island?
To commit to Hawaii. I mean, it is tough because I mean, it's really just a sell. You know what I mean? Obviously, it's different. So it's paradise out there. So you never have bad weather. That's one thing. You know what I'm saying? And going to college out there. So you get your fix of the beaches and everything. You got to sell them on paradise, man. But also, I mean, they got a good culture out there. At the University of Hawaii. I mean, I had a couple old teammates that went to school there and they loved it. And yeah, I mean, that's the tough sell. But I guess with NIL now. You can toss a little money there, and I guarantee you get some kids to go out there.
Right, right. I was just thinking. I was like, dang, I didn't even thought about it. Like, I think about how I went to Cal. And I was like, how could I get more kids to stay in state? In state is
hmm
Arizona. Like, I'm sure kids like everybody wants to go to ASU and U of A in my mind. So like, there's no
Right.
transit from that. U of H is different though. Like University
Yeah.
of Hawaii, you gotta
hmm
take a plane ride any time you trying to leave.
I
Ain't-
know that's tough. I mean, trust me, I know. Growing up there, 18 years of my life. I mean, it's sometimes you'll get a little island fever for sure. I mean, I always wanted to venture off. I was always the one to I dreamt big when I was young. Getting off the island and exploring more of the country. So the NFL football was that little tool that I used kind of venture off and see different parts of the world. So it's been awesome to see, and I've been very blessed.
Oh, different parts of the world. Where else have you been? What is your favorite destination?
Uh,
Off season travel.
Off season travel, I gotta say Amalfi Coast out in Italy, man. Uh,
Italy?
yeah,
Mid,
out in Italy.
somebody like me would call it mid-ally, but continue. Amalfi?
I, I mean, you gotta you
Amalfi.
gotta you gotta admit, man, the food. I mean, the food, the wine, all of it,
Yeah.
bro. I'm a big, what I'm saying. I love Italian food, so I mean, you can't get it any better going out there to Italy, bro. So, I mean, the
True.
food, the wine, I mean, the beaches. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Vibes.
it's
Immaculate.
yeah, it's good vibes, great vibes.
Bro, I keep hearing great things about Amalfi Coast. I've done like everything but the Amalfi. I've gone Tuscany,
See, that's
Florence,
your problem. That's your problem right
Milan.
there. I mean, you're missing
Man,
out some of the best parts.
clearly. Rome, Athens, like it
Yeah,
doesn't matter. I've been there, but or Athens is
yeah.
Greece, but Greece has my heart. I've been over there looking at
Okay, I've
them,
never
them,
been. I've never
them,
been to
little-
Greece, so I gotta test it
ah,
out.
them
Yeah,
Greek
I gotta check
islands
it
is
out.
crazy. Yeah, but also I mean, you
Okay.
talk so Italy up there because you love Italian food.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. You know, as that defensive end, I'm trying to stay skinny. I stay the farthest thing away from pasta, bro.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I
I'm
feel you.
running the opposite way. Okay, touche. Well, let's go from there. Let's get back to football, bro. So you guys end up losing to the Houston Texans. You know, it's young
Mm-hmm.
quarterbacks dueling out, D line going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all D line was eating. As a defender, I just love watching it. But you guys, you know, for next week, what do you have to do to? I can't call it a bounce back. It's week 2, but you know, to come out strong and come out with a win.
Yeah, really, I mean, going back to the Houston game, man, it was really, I mean, yeah, shout out to Houston. I mean, they played a great game. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna take anything away from them, but looking in, watching the film, I mean, we just on all aspects of the game, could have played better. Obviously, shot ourselves in the foot a couple times, not taking advantage of certain opportunities. And defensively, I will say in the run game that was probably the worst game we played in the run game. Uh, since I've been here, to be honest. One of the best, one of the worst. And it was really just fundamentals, technique, and just run fits. You know what I'm saying? Kind of just let that get away from us, and they took advantage of the run game on us. So coming into this week, obviously, what we need to clean up. D lineman got to get off blocks, set edges in the run game. Have cleaner feet with our technique, and I think we'll be able to, obviously turn it around and do better in the run game this coming week, and especially going into week 2 with the Packers. Jordan Love's down, so they're gonna have a backup in there, and they got Josh Jacobs at running back, so they're probably gonna look forward to mainly running the ball more, especially trying to take advantage since we had a poor day in the run game against Houston. So we just got to be on our P's and Q's.
Right. I'll say, who's taking over there? Is that Malik Willis?
I think it's Malik
Is
Willis. Yeah, they
okay.
brought him in a
Okay.
couple weeks ago. Yeah.
Right. When you start breaking down film, you break down film today for the game pass, and then do you get a jump start or do you start up tomorrow?
No, yeah. I usually get a good, jump start. I like to look at the guys, some of the guys that I'm facing. The guards, a couple of the guards. Obviously, the guards, the center, and I'll dabble and look at the tackles as well. And yeah, just looking at how they play. You know what I'm saying? How they like to set in the pass game, and then tomorrow really dive into obviously we break down the runs and personnel and formations and stuff like that. And then obviously Thursday is more, third down, all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, usually on the day off, I usually like getting a little head start, watching the previous game from the previous week, and just to see the flow of the game and how they attack the defense. So,
Yeah, bro. I mean, yeah, and I know you working all week. We talk about Wednesday run,
yeah.
Thursday pass, Friday pass, because you're one of those
Hmm.
few like guys that can play the run as well as they play the pass. It might be like equal. There's no like I'm just a pass rusher on that. There's no I do both all around.
No, for sure.
And that's what
Yes, sir.
Bro, that's what's made you so dominant for such a long time. Now, I gotta say, shout out, congratulations. I should shot you off a text message. Like, congratulations on the extension. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yes,
Appreciate it,
sir.
man.
What? And it's not talked about enough, bro. Like you love to see guys get rewarded and rightfully so. But how much better can you get? Once you hit that 30, they be trying to throw that rep count at you. Like, oh man, we can't just
No,
have you play the
yeah.
entire game. They try and throw like,
No,
oh,
for
we
sure.
just want to help you. How's that like? What do you look forward to?
No, yeah, it's an adjustment for sure. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, that's what the one thing I love about this organization. They know what I bring to the table. How much I put into this game and put in for this team. So they like having those conversations on rep count and little things like that. We've been talking about that since I've been here. Trying to get my rep count down a little bit, just for the longevity and being able to play longer and stuff like that. And it's still a work in progress. I still play majority of the game. But yes, obviously getting up there, in being more seasoned, I would say, just got to be a little bit more careful with certain situations on, taking those plays off for sure throughout the game. But I mean, like you said, man, I play both. You know what I mean? I always look at myself, never just a run stopper or just a pass rusher. I want to be all around D lineman. You know what I mean? One of those guys, one of the few that can be dominant in both. And that's been my goal my entire career.
Absolutely. I mean, them snaps eventually going to take a toll because that 3 technique life, you catching them double teams. I mean, last
Oh, no,
season alone,
yeah.
you probably led the league in snaps played with double teams. You faced a lot of them
Yeah.
things.
For that top 3 for sure.
That's that wear and tear, bro. Like you could play 40 to 50 snaps, but it feels like a 90 snap game taking these double teams every time
Yes,
you turn around. You hit him with the
for
inside
sure.
swipe. I killed him, and the center's just waiting on you. You hit him with the outsides, and you're
Yep.
like, how did you fold for this? Like, how do I get the line slide every time? It's real in the soup. It gets real in the soup.
Oh yeah.
That's my new discrepancy with this damn interior line. I'm
Real in
like,
the
oh,
soup.
killed him, killed him, and the guard is just. And now you got the line shift. You're like, bro, why is the
Yeah.
center? How is this opposite guard here?
Or you get the the guard kind of gives you the outside. So I'm like, okay, swim move to the B gap. Oh wait, no, running back's coming through the chip B. What? No, didn't expect that one.
Bro, running back coming through the B gap after you went on the outside. I finally got the one-on-one that I wanted. Not
Right.
so
Exactly.
fast.
Yeah.
All right, well, dang, that's true. That's true. All right, man. Let's get to the fun questions then. Beyond this season and what it leads up to a game. What's let's get to. I just got a few. Just want to know what's the
hmm
bigger thrill. Winning the Rose Bowl or making a Pro Bowl.
Ooh, I'd say making your first Pro Bowl, man. That's yeah,
Where was
man.
your first
Like
Pro
I
Bowl?
mean, the Rose. It was my first Pro Bowl was actually with you. It was we was out in
In
Orlando.
Orlando? Okay.
Yeah, out of
Okay.
Orlando. Yeah. That was honestly that was probably the bigger thrill, just because what I'm saying, like you always dream to be a that's one of your goals. You know what I'm saying, personal goals as a player. You want to be a Pro Bowler. You know what I'm saying, All Pro, all that kind of stuff. So to accomplish that, I think that was my third year. Accomplishing that after the season that I had, I mean, it just solidified everything for me. You know what I'm saying? All my hard work, but also just like that I belong in this league and that I can be dominant in this league. So
Yeah.
that was a pretty big thrill for me for sure. I mean, the Rose Bowl, don't get me wrong, was amazing, but yeah, I would say the Pro Bowl, man.
Not enough higher stakes, and that's on me. What about this? All Pro or Pro Bowl?
All Pro, All
Really?
Pro, yeah,
Huh.
All Pro. I mean, I know you don't get the accolades and stuff for All Pro, but I mean, All Pro now, you you're the best. You know what I'm saying? Like it's you in that starting spot at the top with somebody else with you. You know what I'm saying? Like you top
Right.
two. You know what I mean, in
Right.
the world. So I mean,
But
I got to
but
go
it's
with the All
predicated off
Pro.
of writers. Yeah. See, that's what I don't know if I agree, and I don't know if I disagree. But it's like if it's the media that controls, it's the writers that control that. I'm not gonna lie to you, that's
Yeah,
like saying I want to be a PFF number one. Like, is it hitting that hard?
yeah, you're right.
Mm.
You're right. I mean, but they also do the NFLPA
The
one with all the
NFLPA,
players.
you're right.
That
That's
one,
that's the new
and
one.
I think honestly, the new one, honestly, like coming from your peers strictly,
Right.
and like being all
Respect.
pro in their eyes, like that's big time respect for sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I see where you're coming
Facts.
from though I see where you're coming from with the media one though. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel that. I feel that. Yeah,
I
no
almost
praise.
forget that this NFLPA All Pro is just it's so new. Like, what is it? Last year
Yeah,
was the first year. So, dang,
yeah.
I want it now.
No, but no, yeah, no, yeah. Like just really looking at it, like I mean, it's all your peers like voting. So I mean, it's
Facts.
different.
Right. All right. You can only pick one: Stranger Things or Game of Thrones.
Ooh, Game of Thrones, easy. Thrones,
Easy. Is that
easy
including
for
the new
me. I love
the
Stranger
new
Things.
spinoff? Yeah.
The spinoffs and everything, man. I'm a Thrones guy. Like
Okay.
they
Okay. Big
they just know
Dothraki.
how to they know how to play with all your emotions, bro. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what to
Yeah.
expect.
Touche. Can I even say who's your favorite character? Are you allowed to have a favorite character, knowing that somewhere in that show they was gonna
Bro,
get axed? Who was your favorite
well, for
character?
sure.
Like,
Man, they changed so much because a lot of my favorite characters got,
right.
got executed. So you know what I'm saying? Like started off with,
Quick.
obviously season one. Let's start. I'm like,
Right.
Big Ned, all of a sudden, yeet. I said,
Yeah.
I didn't even
Go.
want to watch the show no more. I was like, who's the show? I don't want to watch the show no more. All of a sudden, comes
Touche.
to, King of the North, Red
No doubt.
Wedding. I said, oh my
Hey.
goodness. They, they play with my emotions. This is crazy. But yeah, man, I mean, Game of Thrones for sure.
Right. Okay. Okay. Like, have you got into the new season yet? Like, I haven't even checked out the newest joint. I was
Yeah,
big
yeah.
of
House
Game
of
of Thrones,
Dragon.
and then the House of Dragon. I haven't even checked it out yet. I was like,
Yeah. No, yeah,
I'm a
yeah.
binge watcher, so I'm gonna
It's
give it another
it's a lot
season.
of yeah. I feel you. You got to give it another season. It's a lot of build up. A lot of build up.
Okay. All right. Last one. Do you remember how many points you averaged as a high school basketball player? We going deep in the bag with this
High
one.
school. Yeah, I don't know, close to 15, I want to say.
Okay. You averaged 12,
Yeah.
9, and 2 as the
Okay, okay,
Hawaii
okay.
Gatorade Player of the Year, your senior year. You know what I'm
Got
saying?
you.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
That's
Yeah, yeah,
good.
yeah.
That's not bad. That's not
It's
bad, boy.
not
You
bad.
was
It's all
big
right.
post. You a
Big
post
post.
player?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Big post.
Big
Yeah,
post.
big post. Because I was the biggest guy on the island damn near, so I was like big post player.
6, I'll say 6'7" to do that for you. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
that'll carry most high schools unless you got one of them Taco Falls types. Like, it's
Right.
it ain't too many Kevin Durant's in this world, bro. It's just 6'11s
Nah,
walking around.
nah. Yeah.
All right, bro. Last one. How do you feel about Super Bowl being in New Orleans? I'm gonna preface that one. Kendrick Lamar is a halftime performer now.
Kendrick, Kendrick Lamar. I mean, that's. I mean,
Hmm.
he
Hmm.
a LA cat. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
LA.
he's been yeah, he's a big LA cat. You know what I'm saying? He honestly, Kendrick. I always thought he was one of the best, best artists. He just never gave me a whole lot of, what I'm saying, whole lot more. I needed
Pop
more. I
hits,
need more from
fluff.
Kendrick. You know what I'm
What
saying?
you?
I need
That's what I'm saying.
more.
What did you
But
want? You wanted summer bangers. You wanted because I mean,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I mean? Just over the years, I just needed more from him. But to be honest, like obviously after the whole Drake Kendrick beef, I mean,
beef
he
that
blew
just
up.
put
Not
him up
like
there.
us. Yeah, not like us has been, still he might still be number one. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's been playing everywhere, all over the world, bro. So, but
Right.
I mean, I can see, I know he's gonna have that place jumping for sure.
I mean, look, being going to Berkeley, you know what I'm saying? It felt like, coming from Arizona, you're in tune to the Cali artists. So like, a lot of guys were early on Nip, and they're like Nipsey when he was
Mm-hmm.
young was killing it. For me, it was Kendrick because
Yep.
Kendrick was giving you all the penmanship. He was giving you everything.
No,
And I think I
yeah.
started off in like a section 80, and I was like, what is this? I was like, who is this young dude just out here spitting
Right.
like that? And then
Oh
he went
yeah.
mainstream, of course, with what is it, Good Kid, Mad City, and then
Mm-hmm.
from there to Pimp a Butterfly was an ultimate classic off rip. And then since
Yeah.
then, like he's just gone on, like
No,
but
yeah,
when
yeah, yeah.
you hit me with that joint with Don't Kill My Vibe. I say, yeah, he's
Oh
goated
yeah.
for sure.
No, yeah, yeah.
So
He's
it's gonna be
definitely
a
one of those
vibe.
guys. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be a great vibe
Vibe.
for sure. You know what I mean? He's
Right.
he's gonna have some people coming out. Some of the other artists are gonna be out there performing with him. So it's gonna be a tough show to watch for sure.
Right. Look, it just affects me different because it's like in New Orleans, like how do you not have Wayne? The masterpiece. It's like the Hot Boys, him. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like
No, yeah.
Shockley,
I honestly would have thought
Hurricane
I would
Chris,
have thought that they would have had Wayne out there for sure.
Kevin Gates.
Oh,
Come on, like
yeah.
young boy. Like, and then
Hmm.
you just talk about like the countryside. There's so many artists out here. Just the art
Yeah.
mecca, like home of
Hmm.
of jazz music. So many
Yeah.
real artists out there. Like this. It's crazy the influence that New Orleans has had on the world for
Right.
not to get a New Orleans headliner, which New
I
Orleans
agree
has
with
also
that for
had
sure.
this. This is the 11th New Orleans Super Bowl. So like, I guess there's always been. Well, I don't know why people are upset now, since there's been 10 other ones. We could have been like, hey, check out a talent here. But I just feel
Right. Right.
like,
Right.
all right, hey, shout out. Look,
Hmm.
so, hey, I appreciate you, bro. Like, I appreciate you even
Nah.
tapping
Yeah.
in, having the discussions with me, dog. As we're sitting here on Off the Edge, the podcast with me, your host Cam Jordan, and my dog, All Pro Bowler DeForest Buckner. Man's got a couple more Pro Bowls, All Pros left in him. He gonna do it for a long time. Might be
You
the
already
next.
know.
Might be the next great going like Calais Campbell, 17 years deep in the game. I hope that for you, if that's what you so wish. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. I'm in year
17 is
14. I'm like,
wild.
bro, I'm in year 14. I'm like, there's no 17. There could be a
Yeah.
15. There
No.
could be a
You're.
16. 17?
Yeah. 17. Pushing it right
Yeah.
there. Pushing
Yeah.
it.
But I
Pushing it.
appreciate you at all times, bro.
No, I appreciate you, big dog.
Oh, yeah. Hey, appreciate my dog, DeForest Buckner, blessing the pod. Let's get to my section. It's called the final push for a reason. Not just because I'm a D tackle on third downs now, but the final push. Because, we got to talk about it. New Orleans Super Bowl, we in the hunt. New Orleans Saints, we're in the hunt. Week 1, you get a W, and it's a big W. It felt great beating the Carolina Panthers from a lot of points to their little points. I think it was a franchise record of the point differential there. It was like, what the score was, 47-10? It's not like, because we're already focused on week 2. But to get after the quarterback, to get out, to eliminate the run, to play a complete game, 3 turnovers from our defense, 2 interceptions, 1 forced fumble, and really could have been like 1 or 2 more. I'm not saying that they were stalled out saves, but it felt like it. Everything was going right our way. The next time we see them, they're going to have a game plan and some vicious attitude with them. They want to get that lick back, and it's going to be up to us to keep on rolling. That being said, we're heading to week 2. We have the Dallas Cowboys at the Cowboys, big star. And we got to go in there with their heads right. They won convincingly last week. Already started the breakdown, broke down our game film. Have started on Dak and the guys. You got they're the consummate All-Pro and Martin as a guard, which now I have to do tackle breakdown as well as guard breakdown and center breakdowns. I've got to do the whole line, which it is what it is. As we're going forwards, I want to say shout out to my dog Alontae Taylor, who's a nickel for us. And when I tell you he was balling this past game, had 3 sacks, going crazy. Our D line, man. You talk about Chase Young, Carl Granderson off the edge, Brian Brzee, myself in the middle when it comes down third down. We only going to get better, stronger, and faster. So we got to hit it. We got to hit it now. And that sort of wraps up football. But in terms of football, not North Americana, but football, former Cal Bear, soccer goddess, queen, shout out, go Bears, just retired this past Sunday, Alex Morgan, the face of what it spells like the women's national soccer team, retired, walked off the pitch, tears in her eyes, but major blessings. She had her retirement video saying it would be her last game last season. And it's crazy because I think technically we're the same year. I think we both came out sort of in that 10-11 situation from Cal. So to watch her go, man, that's huge. So big shout outs to her. Major blessings to you and the fam. She announced that she, was expecting, and that's huge, going from 1 kid to 2. That 2-kid household is going to be crazy. Both girls. That's going to be another legendary soccer player in the making. I hope they go to Cal too and continue that Go Bears Cal passage. But appreciate you guys for tapping in from one athlete to the next, from one man to another, from one person to another person. I appreciate y'all tapping into the pod, everything that you guys do. Make sure to tell your friends, your people about us, whether it be Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio app, or anywhere else you can get your podcast. Leave us a 5-star radio or a 5-star rating. And then don't forget, we're now on NFL YouTube channel. So tap in. Peace.